Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. Happy Monday to you. It's November 15th. November 15th, already halfway through the month of November. That's all right though. We got one of my favorite holidays, Thanksgiving, only 2 weeks away. I'll tell you, I haven't even recovered yet from that sugar coma I got into on October 31st for Halloween. And here we are now 2 weeks to go, and we got turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes. Oh boy. Right, this time of the year makes you want to go jump on a treadmill, doesn't it, guys? But here we are, though, November 15th. We got 2 more weeks till Thanksgiving. We're halfway through the month of November, guys. Great day in the room this morning. Of course, big props to our Patriots over the weekend, right? Go Patriots. Patriots won over the weekend, Sunday night. My man Manny Pacquiao, right? Boxing this weekend, right? He was the winner this weekend. Lots of good stuff on the TV this weekend for sports. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a pretty good weekend getting rested up, working on the Auto Trader for this week as well. We should have the Auto Trader out here for you guys this week sometime. But Monday morning, right? Monday morning, we took about a dozen trades this morning, guys, over 200 ticks. Before we talk about those trades, though, I want to remind you guys about our blog. On our blog here, up above me. Now, were you here Friday? If you missed last Friday, we did our beginner's training last Friday, and I just posted a copy of that beginner's training workshop right above me here under Beginner's Corner. All right, so click on Beginner's Corner right above me here, guys, and watch that video from last Friday. We also, of course, have our Trade Room Resources section. If you guys have questions about chart types or divergence or the Auto Trader, right, or anything you have questions about, guys, you can find answers for those questions under Trade Room Resources. And then one more section, guys, right up top here called Webinars. Now, one of the best videos in that Webinars is the second video down. It's called the 8 Phases of the E-minis. Check that video out, guys. That will tell you guys more about when to start trading in the afternoon session if you're looking to be an afternoon U.S. session trader. All right, so lots of great stuff in the blog. Okay, don't forget you can search the blog, but really you've got the best sections are right above me. All right, guys? Get to know that blog, and don't forget this Friday, right? This Friday, end of this week, we'll do another beginner's training. Okay, so another beginner's training this Friday at 11 o'clock. Excuse me. All right, how do we do here, guys? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 total trades. We stayed focused once again on gold and crude. Now, we also had some nice reversal patterns on the on the Russell. Right, had that nice reversal off those highs in the Russell. Had a nice breakout short on the Euro. And then a wave pattern failure along in the Euro as well. Now, we focused mainly on gold and crude because they were the ones that were really moving the most this morning. But again, I want to remind you guys, this method can apply to any market you want to trade. I have the specific parameters, the specific instructions on what to do, when to do it, and how to do it for every single market you guys want to trade. Okay, so maybe you're an S&P trader. Well, of course, I don't trade the S&P very often because it's not moving very much, right? I choose to trade markets that move a lot more. But it doesn't mean we can't use this method with the S&P, all right? I traded the S&P for years. It was my bread and butter. Okay, but now here I am in a very different market environment here in 2010, almost 2011. Commodities are going crazy right now, right? While the indexes are just kind of sitting there flat and sideways, right? So we're looking at the commodities right now. That's where we see the most amount of profit potential. And we took 13 trades on gold and crude today, had that one loss on gold at about 10:30. Now that may have been because of the 10:30 reversal, right? If you want to know more about the 10:30 reversal, go to the blog, right? Type in 10:30 reversal, and you can find out more about the 10:30 reversal. But as you can see, though, only one loss there, guys. It was a full stop, so I lost my 6 times 4 is 24. But what you can see, though, is only a couple examples there on crude today. Crude was a pretty slow mover this morning. Gold was really the party animal today in the markets. And you can see we had a couple big winners at the beginning. Things began to slow down a little bit towards the middle. And then towards the end of the day, right, look at that, 33 and 33, right? Another 66 ticks there at the end of the day after 11 o'clock. So we finished up with a great couple last final trades on gold as well. So again, made some good money in the morning early. Took a loss in the middle of the day. Things got a little bit slow there. And then towards the end of the morning, things started working out better for us here. We locked in 247 ticks. That's 2470 for the day today. Weekly total now 2470. Monthly total 21,408. And of course, yearly total here at over 205,000 bucks. This is on 4 contracts, folks. 4 contracts. Nothing too risky here. 6 tick stops. Nice tight targets, right? This is not a high risk method here, guys. This is simply low risk entries, reading speed, reading volume, reading momentum, and understanding, right, that our first profit target will always be taken quickly, and we lock out all that risk right away, guys. We'll talk more about trade management a little bit later on in this video. All right, now what's the most important that happened today, though? Let's take a look. Okay, so what happened this morning? Monday mornings are always expected to be a little bit slow, right? The same reason why you and I, right, are hitting that snooze button a couple times on Monday mornings. That's the same reason why the rest of the markets tend to be a little bit sluggish on Monday mornings as well. The key to a good Monday morning is get in, make a little bit of money right away, right? Get some money moving, get that blood flowing for the week, and get yourself back into that rhythm, right? Because that's where you're really going to get hurt, is where you can't get back into that rhythm on a Monday morning. Okay, so the Monday mornings are expected to be slow, but read the tape, read the speed, look at the dollar. Now the dollar this morning was chopping around sideways at the highs. Now we've really had this dollar got pummeled the past 6 weeks, but we're now starting to see some resiliency here on the dollar. Could it be short covering, right? Is that a short covering rally we're seeing right now in the dollar? Or is this really a strong, right, a strong buying opportunity here in the dollar, which would be a selling opportunity on the gold and crude? Tough to tell right now. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, though. But we got choppy sideways dollar. And of course, sideways choppy dollar index means sideways and choppy on everything else. So early this morning, we noticed right away dollar was choppy. We got a couple great opportunities right away. And then things started slowing down at about 10 o'clock, 10:30. We call that our dead zone. See, what happened was this morning we had news at 10 o'clock, but after 10 o'clock news, there was nothing else until the European close at 11:30. We had a bond auction at 11:30. So between 10 o'clock and 11:30, right, we call that our dead zone. That's where there's no news events, there's no real catalyst, right, that would be moving these markets around unless something else happens we're not expecting. So after 10 o'clock, after the news came out this morning at 10 o'clock, we get a little bit of a slowdown. We still made some pretty good money during that time, but you could just tell the personality was changing. Remember that, guys? We talked about this morning. At about 10 o'clock, 10:15, my exact words were, right, this personality is changing. Things are slowing down. We're not getting that big rising average 2 range, right? Things begin to change at 10:30. We went sideways on gold and crude. So when we open up our gold and crude charts, because the dollar was sideways, right, so was the gold and crude. Now, when I have a sideways market, what do, guys? We talked about that today in the room. We're going to buy the lows, right? Buy the lows, and then we're going to sell the highs, right? So if price comes up, I'm going to swat that high back down, right? Sell that high back down. If price comes tumbling, right? Price comes tumbling, I'm going to buy that, right? I'm going to buy that falling price at support. So buy those lows, sell those highs, and don't forget, right? Try to avoid the middle. Okay, we saw sideways ranges. Avoid the middle, buy the lows, sell the highs. Let's take a look at the dollar now. Now here's my dollar, right? Dollar, you can see this morning, here's my dollar index, right? This is the DX chart. This is my 12-10 contract. And this, of course, is a 21 range chart with about 30 to 90 days of data. Okay, what do you see right away? Well, you'll notice we're still in this somewhat sideways range here, right? We're still really in this kind of sideways choppy range in the dollar. See that? We're still pretty much going sideways here. So we really don't have any trend right now. Okay, there's no trend there in the dollar. What I do see though is I'll notice that my trading range here, right, is above the high from Friday. Okay, so we did break above the highs, okay, with the dollar rising. What do you think that tells me? Right? Everything else should be falling.